G-Man Boxing. Do you know what I mean? Every single live he donates. I see him on other lives donating. He's got the bag on it.
Alright, people. Last week, I did a video about Billy Joe Saunders, and it was just because I seen articles, I think it was the back end of June, and the articles were talking about Billy Joe Saunders potentially going back to the ring, potentially back training with Dominic Ingle. But at the same time, you'd seen pictures of Billy Joe going around, and he looks flipping big. Looks like he's still enjoying that Canelo money, and he is enjoying it all the way to Nando's and KFC. That type of picture. So I was thinking, right, he ain't coming back. Certainly not this year. And at the end of the day, if he's got that Canelo money, he's not going to try and rebuild. He's not going to try, not necessarily start from scratch, but he's not going to go down to like the Martin Murrays of the world and the opponents like that when he wants obviously the big money fights now or nothing at all. So I kind of thought he's not coming back. But quoted here on Wednesday, and I always find it amazing. Like, I mean, I often sometimes wonder when I do videos on here and I talk about, like, say a certain fighter, and I'm kind of like what's the deal with this fighter? Is he coming back? Is he doing? More often than not, we get an announcement not long after saying yay or nay. I mean, I don't intend to do it. I've no inside knowledge. Maybe a bit of Nostradamus here going on your boy. I don't know. Billy Joe Saunders has revealed that he's now eyeing a return. He's back in the gym and losing weight as he eyes a return towards the end of the year. But more likely than not, it's going to be early next year. I mean, he's got a lot of weight to lose. And if you 3 months to go until the end of the year, you ain't coming back anytime soon. Well, if you got all that weight to lose, you're going to look like absolute hell in the ring. But he'd be happy to sit down and do a deal for a Chris Eubank Jr. rematch, provided he beats Conor Benn. The quote here on Boxing Scene says, Saunders, 33, made a lot of money from the Canelo fight and is now hungry to get back in the ring. Like a lot of fighters that became millionaire overnight, Saunders has enjoyed himself, eating well, and has been slow to return to the salt mines. Says 8 years ago, we know about that, he edged the decision over Chris Eubank. Since the loss, Eubank has looked the far better fighter than Saunders, but he hasn't been carefully guided as well, and he's picked up 2 paper titles against weak opponents, and they are weak opponents, and they were paper titles. They weren't legit. They weren't anything. So Billy Joe actually said, I'm going to quote him here to Matchroom, he said, a lot of people are favouring Eubank because of the size. The clever thing that Ben's done, whoever wrote this article, you've made loads of errors, because you're saying the clever thing the Ben's done, that Ben has done, is put the weight restriction on him. Billy Joe told Matchroom Boxing, listen, I think this year is definitely marketable for myself. I'm in the gym now, enjoying myself, going twice a day, just enjoying it with the lads. I seem to be enjoying it. The weight is coming off and I'm getting fitter by the day. I'm not going to rush anything. When I'm ready, I'm ready. It could be the end of this year or early next year, and we'll soon find out. It depends on the opponents available. It all depends on how he's going to handle the catch weight. Okay, he's talking about Eubank there, but in terms of his own kind of comeback, he's saying on the opponents available. Again, I interpret that to mean that Billy Joe Saunders just wants to get back in the ring against someone for a big money fight, i.e. a Triple G, i.e. a Chris Eubank Jr. He's not interested in going down the road of fighting like a, cannot think of his name, but the 160 pound guy, the guy Demetrius Andre isn't fighting. Name is there, Kazakh I think he is, just escapes me, just absolutely escapes. But Billy Joe Saunders, I'm sure if he was offered him, wouldn't take it. I'm sure, because there's no money in it. He wants a big money fight or nothing. So we've got a return to the ring plan for him. Realistically, people, I know a lot of people in that video were saying, look, can't see him coming back, too overweight, happy, you know. We've heard rumours through the years of Billy Joe, you know, obviously liking a bit of the old how you doing. So how much of that has he done over the last year and a bit? He's, again, 33 years old. He's never really taken his career serious, even though he's a 2-weight world champion. The best of him is probably, I mean, like, realistically, the best of him was probably 5 or 6 years ago, realistically, when he was a lot younger. Now he's just inactive, overweight. As I said, God knows what he's been having over the last year. And yeah, do you see a comeback for him having any success? Because there's some people who, and look, I rate Billy Joe Saunders. This is not me knocking him as, a fighter. As a fighter, I always felt Billy Joe had tremendous talent. And again, like, I like seeing fighters make the most of their talent. And Billy Joe is a frustrating fighter because he had a lot of talent, never made the most of it. Yeah, you could say, gee, he was a 2-weight world champion. He could have done a lot more. I'm not saying he would have been a 3-weight. Well, actually, he could really have been a 3-weight world champion. Let's not beat around the bush here, because I'm telling you now that if Billy Joe would bother to take his career serious, he could have done 154, 160, and then 168. He could have done that if he'd bothered to take it serious and do the training. Could have done something at 154, 160, 168, 3-weight world champion. Could have unified or been in unifications at 160 pounds. I know obviously he had the Canelo fight, but he lost that. So, look, that's Billy Joe's career in a nutshell. Not quite at the WTF time to do a career review. I've got one of them, which I'm hoping to do this weekend. Not on Billy Joe Saunders, on someone else. I've said I'd do it, and I'll do it. I have that in my head to do it this weekend. Because obviously the Marshall Shields fight is off. That whole card is off. Anyway, I had the video, and I hadn't recorded the prediction video, but I'll save the thumbnail because obviously, it'll be happening on October 15th. Just on a side note, I don't know if I would have selected that date personally if I was Ben Shalom. That's the week after Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. I don't know if that... See, I don't know if that's going to be a good time to do it in the O2. Maybe he would have been better off leaving it until November or December. But hey, look, I would have liked to have seen that fight this weekend. I really would have. I also liked the undercard as well. The undercard wasn't too bad. There was a lot of females fighting some knockovers, but the Myers Baumgardner fight, I was looking forward to that one. Is what it is. But in terms of Billy Joe Saunders, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you envision him coming back? And if so, against who? Eubank? Is that really the only option he has if you think about it? Because Triple G is fighting Canelo next week, and we'll do some videos on that this weekend. But Triple G is fighting Canelo next weekend at super middleweight. Can't see Triple G winning it, right? I can't see it. Obviously, there's cases for him winning it, but I can't see it. So maybe the Triple G fight won't happen, right? Eubank is the only fight there. Only big money fight, because if he fights Demetrius Andre, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but it's not a big money fight. Is he really going to get up for that opponent? I don't think he will. It's really only Chris Eubank. Well, in the UK, it's the only fight that's going to make him any money in the UK. He won't be able to travel to the US, I would imagine, because of El Chapahan. So that's just X marks the spot there. That's not going to happen. So who else is there realistically for Saunders other than Eubank? There's no one. So if Eubank beats Conor Benn, that's the only fight where he's going to make anyway decent money. If he loses to Conor Benn, which I can envision it, but if stranger things have happened, well, then he's really screwed, because he's not going to get a big fight anywhere else, is he? So, look, Billy Joe talking about making a comeback. We will see. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video, people. Let me know your thoughts. Again, of course, if you could, smash the like button, hit subscribe. 10k by the end of the year. We're nearly at. I have the crime channel, and I might even pin the crime channel in the comment section. 868 subscribers on the crime channel. Shout out to Blue Collar Sports TV, Disturb Reality for the shout out. So we're nearly at 1,000 on that. So we could be at 10k by the end of this month across 2 channels. But I want this one to hit 10k as well. So please share the video, hit subscribe, hit the like button if you haven't already. For now, lads and lassies, I'll talk to you. Peace.